Hey guys, welcome back to another training video for the Podcast Masters clients. This is just an overview of one of the platforms that we use for the shows, which is Libsyn. So every show is going to be hosted on Libsyn. Libsyn is a podcast host. They provide the RSS feed, which is the main feed link for your podcast that then gets distributed to a variety of platforms like iTunes and Stitcher and so forth. Usually you don't have to go in and worry about anything in Libsyn unless you're checking statistics, but definitely want to make sure you're familiar with it regardless. That way, if you do need to go in or if you're just curious and want to make sure you can find your way around, you can check it out. So to log in, just go to login.libsyn.com. I recommend saving it as a bookmark and then log in with your provided username and password. Well, again, just go to Rogue Squadron just as for the sake of example. So you're going to see a few things on the main page. It's just a summary. The first thing that you want to look at is your statistics. So every time you log in, this is just a very quick way to check your stats. You can see kind of an overview of the past few weeks, and you can kind of see a flow of downloads and kind of track just like a basic summary of your statistics numbers here. But that's just a summary. There's more detailed stats later on. A few things that you want to look for. So content. This is where all the new episodes will be posted and old episodes will be able to be seen. So if you want to look at older shows, previously published is what you want to look at. And you'll see all the past episodes for your show. And you can scroll through all the way back to the beginning. The entire feed will be housed here. Once you're here, there's a few things that you can do. If you look at these icons under an episode, the main things that you want to look at is the links. So if you click this, it will provide you with all the links and the embed codes and everything that you need for that specific episode. So if for some reason you don't have a link handy and you're looking for the URL so you can share it, you'll be able to find that here. And if you need to make a tweak or an edit to the episode, click the pencil button here. I'll talk more about that on the next screen, which is if you were to add a new episode or edit an old episode. It's going to take you to this back end screen. So you can see this is a new episode, so it's blank. For example, if I open the edit screen for episode 103 here, you'll see it already has a few things filled out. So let's just go through this. Media is obviously self-explanatory. That's the MP3 of the episode. So you can see there is one already here. Add media file would allow you to upload a new version of the MP3. We'll close that section. Details. Never worry about the subtitle. This does not show up anywhere, so you don't have to worry about that. The title is obviously required. This usually has the title, the name of the episode, and some descriptive keywords here, which is usually helpful for search results in iTunes. Then we have the description, which is the show notes. This is a short version of our show notes. Yours will most likely be more detailed, have a small outline, have links and resources as well. But whenever we say show notes, this is where this is going to go in the description here. And then if you have customized artwork for your show, the thumbnail here is going to be the square version of the art, and then the widescreen image is obviously the widescreen version of the art here. Categories do not matter for us on Libsyn. Keywords do not matter. You can actually see they updated here. iTunes does not recognize episode tags and keywords, so there's no point filling that out. Don't worry about the permalink. Enable comments should be checked. Don't have to worry about that. And then the rating here, explicit or clean or not set. If there's usually we set that on ourselves, so you don't have to worry about that. Schedule is an important thing too, so you're able to control the release date. Most shows release Mondays at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. You can see here, April 10th, 6 a.m. This can be changed. This can be edited if an episode goes up late for some reason, or if you need to go in and make changes to an episode, you can always backdate things. So if I click Set New Release Date, it's showing me that it's May 18th today, but I can go back, make sure it's set for Monday, April 10th, which is when it was supposed to air, and 6 a.m. Eastern Time here. The default time zone is Eastern. That's it for the schedule release, and never have to worry about anything in the advanced options. And always, if you're updating or uploading a new episode, before you finish, click Update ID3 tags, and then click Publish, and everything will update. So that's new episode and previously published, scheduled for release. Yes, I don't need to save that. Anything that's already been uploaded and published but is scheduled for a future date will be found here. We don't have anything at this moment. And then drafts, anything that is saved as a draft and not published will be here. Destinations, if you go to edit or view existing, you should never have to worry about changing this, but just so you are aware, this is just showing you all the places that your show is getting pushed to or can be pushed to. So the classic feed is your RSS feed. This is the main address. So when we set up your show, this is going to be submitted to iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play, which is the Android store, using this RSS feed here. And those three you won't see those names here. But they're all covered by the Libsyn classic feed. The other main option that we do, so if we click Add New, the other main option is SoundCloud. So if you prefer to have a SoundCloud account as well, we can automatically publish your shows to SoundCloud every new episode. And then another convenient thing here is the Facebook on Publish. If you have a Facebook business page for your show, what this will do is automatically post a video version of your episode to your Facebook page. So it will pop up right in your feed using your artwork, and the episode will play as a video on your Facebook page. So that is another destination that you might see set up, and you don't have to worry about the rest. So that's it for your destinations. Don't have to worry about monetizing. For statistics, this is where you're going to go if you want to look in detail at your numbers for the show. So this is pretty much, you're going to get all the information that you need from this main summary, unless you need to go back pretty far. So it's going to show you the past 3 months, only showing 2 months here because we just migrated this show to Libsyn. But it will show you a summary of the past, few months of numbers. Downloads by episode, you'll see the past 8 or so episodes here, and you can see by column. You can kind of easily compare on site what the numbers look like from May, April, and so forth. This is just and it gives you a quick overview too, and then there's the total, so you can kind of see which episodes are doing well, which ones maybe are slacking, and you can kind of track your progress that way. It will show you downloads by day here at the bottom, self-explanatory, and you can kind of see the trends of your statistics. And then it will show you totals for episodes. So you can pick daily totals here. So my total downloads for May 18th was 3, and that's today. Weekly totals and monthly totals. And feel free to explore here. If you scroll back up to the top, you can see there's more detailed numbers here on the left-hand side. You can look at what's going on geographically, so you can get a breakdown of what countries and what states your show is doing better in. So we can see United States is obviously the most popular. If we click zoom, we're going to get more detailed stats, so we can see by state which states are the most popular here. So let's see. United States map is probably the easiest to look at. So, and you can kind of hover over different states here, and it will tell you in a list form what's doing the best. So California is on top, then Texas, then Ohio, etc. And then you can zoom further. So we'll take California, for example, click zoom. And it's going to tell you in California only how things are tracking day by day or by month. So this just gives you a lot of insight into how your stats are showing up. Remember, at the moment, there is no way to track number of subscribers. I know that's like the number one question that new hosts always ask. You cannot know how many actual people are subscribing to the podcast. That's not a metric that's been released yet from iTunes, so we don't really know. You can guess, though. I shouldn't say guess. You can estimate based on your total number of downloads episode by episode. So we can see, and we just migrated the show to Libsyn, so it hasn't totally caught up yet. But we can see the total for the past 2 episodes was somewhere between 800 and 1,000. So we can kind of guess maybe 800, 850 individual unique people are listening to the episode. And Libsyn is the host for your show, so this tracks the numbers for all your different outlets. So this is iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, SoundCloud, Facebook, everything combined into one spot. So again, feel free to bump around here and explore. If it comes time for you to have sponsors or advertisers on your show, they'll definitely want some information on your stats here, so they can track that. Settings, you shouldn't have to worry about this. This is where the main information for your show is: show title, description, web address, contact email, things like that. But again, once the show is set up and launched, you shouldn't have to worry about changing anything on here. And if you do need updates, we can handle that for you. And that is the basic overview for Libsyn.